welcome. Today we're going to learn how to take a simple test that I made out of a form, more for K1-2, just so that we can teach the shift key, the space bar, and the backspace key. So students are going to get a Chromebook, they're going to get to this launch page, and we're going to click on the AI button. When we click on the AI button, we go to the AI website and school website page, and then on the bottom right hand side over here, I've just made a new table. Our first word processing test number 1 is word processing, and we're going to work with the shift key, the space bar, and the backspace key. You're going to notice it's very easy for a K1-2 student just to get to this by clicking on the AI button and then scroll down and then click this link. When we click this link, we're going to go straight to a form. Title of the form is WP, word processing, and we're going to work on the shift key, the space bar, and the backspace key. At this point in time, I've already talked to the kids on what these 3 keys do, but we're going to have them jump in here and then start typing their names. If you notice on the board, some students will just start typing, and they forget that they have to capitalize that P. This is where we can walk around in the room, or I can point again on the board that if you hold the shift key down and type the letter, you get a capital letter. Everybody's important, and we want to type everything correctly. Next, when we go down to the second letter, I've already talked to the kids that to type your answer, always click below the question. Notice the big long line comes up, and then they can type their answer. Today, we're just going to do it correctly. A space B space C. We talked about the space bar key before we even went here in my lesson. And now we go down to the third question. And now we're the same thing. We just want them to type 1, 2, 3. 1 space 2 space 3. We talk about them when we're finished to double check their work. That's spelled correctly. I put my spaces in here, all lowercase, and then our numbers. Then the kids just click the submit button. Sometimes it'll take less than 5 minutes to take this test. The students then at this point in time can go back to the AI website page, go to Starfall, ABC, or you can continue with another lesson. But I did want to show you this. Now we wanted to look at the data of the students taking this test. Well, I've made a folder in my Google Drive. It's my word processing pilot program, and here's the form I made. Word processing, shift key, space bar, and backspace key. Here is the form. 3 simple questions. Type your first name, ABC, and 1, 2, 3. Notice I did take 4 responses already. When I click on the responses here, I can see right here the responses of the individuals, but sometimes it's easier to click this button here. This will create a spreadsheet from those answers. And when I click on it, it says I want to create a brand new spreadsheet. I don't want to select an existing one because this is a brand new test, and all I do is click create. When I click create, I get my spreadsheet, and here are all my answers. So right away I can look to see what students use the capital letter in their name. But here's a student that decided to maybe put an initial at the end. Might want to talk to that student. Here's a student that thinks maybe they have to capitalize the A over here. But we all wanted it lowercase. And then this student decided not to put a space between their numbers. Right away I can check that Patrick here used an inappropriate capital letter here and didn't put a space here. 3 simple questions, and I can look. Here's a student, Patricia, that seems to be going overboard. See, the question was I didn't want A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I just wanted A, B, C. Simple, 3 questions, pull the data, can quickly look to see what students, in this case, might be having trouble with the shift key, the space bar, or the backspace key to correct some of their letters. Alrighty, thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Send me an email if you're interested in learning anything.